Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is DoMoreLife, and if you are new to the channel, my name is Jeremy Gladfelter and this is my channel. On this channel, I try to teach people how to do exactly that, which is do more life through travel, education, and even occasionally we throw a little photography in there. Now, I wanted to talk to you about taking a chance at life in Thailand, or taking a chance on life in Thailand, because this has been one of the most rewarding experiences for me like ever in the history of my life. I've been here now 17 months, and I have to tell you that those 17 months have seen some crazy ups and downs, but I have learned so much during that time. I love coming to restaurants and getting these little plates of food for less than 100 baht. Like, check this out. Thailand's a great place, and I'm going to tell you kind of what happened as to how I got here, and I have my notepad with me so I won't forget anything. I took a chance coming to Thailand because I really had, I was in the Philippines and the situation was not improving at all. In fact, it was getting worse. And you know, I wanted to go somewhere. I didn't want to go back to America, so I took a chance on Thailand. And I came here with a small ROI, a return on investment, which I no longer have, from America, which provided just enough for me to pay my rent and, you know, buy groceries and just get by. So the first month or so, it was like, cool, you know, you got just enough to do this and that. And I had a little bit of money saved up, so I was able to pay a 3-month deposit on an apartment in Bangkok. That I lived in for about a month and a half until I got a job. This is not Debbie Downer video. This is actually a very good, high quality, high spirited video. So just pay attention and you will probably learn something about yourself that you didn't even know. I was told that I would never survive the hatred, the animosity, and the corruption of Thailand. I heard that was all that was here. To a certain degree, that's right. I haven't personally seen a lot of corruption. I've heard tales of it, but it's just hearsay. The hatred and animosity that goes on among expats here is very real and is very dangerous, to be honest with you. That's why I always tell people, make friends with Thais and keep your circle of expats very small. And I have met some incredible expats here as well. I'm not talking about everybody, but in general, it's good to try to keep your circle small. Hang with a few foreigners, just keep that circle small and keep your mouth shut about yourself is the best advice I can give to you at this point. Many unsolicited threats I receive every day. Why? Just because I have a little bit of success and people see that I have a little bit of success and I'm living my macro dream right now. I think I talked to you about micro and macro the other day, but I'm going to do a video on that. And that causes jealousy and envy, which leads to hatred, animosity, and that kind of thing. So, you know, there are people that issue threats like, you know, we're going to contact your employer and we're going to look at your teaching record and we're going to talk about your past and that kind of thing. Those things just don't bother me anymore because my employer and all the staff around me know the whole story. I mean, it's written on U.S. Affidavit, so I just don't let it bother me. And that's a good tip for some of you guys coming over. If there are questionable things that you're worried about people doing to you or, you know, messing with you or anything like that, put it on an affidavit from whatever home country they're from or from your country and file it. And make sure you keep it because it may come in handy. It did for me about 2 weeks ago. So these are just some tips I want you to know about taking a chance on life in Thailand, because taking a chance on life in Thailand has been the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life. I have a bachelor's degree. I don't have a criminal record. You can't work here and have a criminal record. You can teach here with just a TEFL at some schools, but for the most part, you know, if you go to a school that only requires a TEFL for you to teach at, you're probably going somewhere a little bit sketchy. I'm not saying always, I'm just saying from my experience, you're probably going somewhere a little sketchy, because the general requirement set forth by the Ministry of Education is that you need a bachelor's degree to teach here. That is the general requirement. Now, there is an amendment clause to every single law here in Thailand, so they can make their own call on that. They are actually the people that issue the work permits, just so you guys know. A school doesn't issue you a work permit, or a job doesn't issue you a work permit. The Ministry of Labor issues you a work permit based upon their request, whether it be school, job, whatever the case may be. Just a little inside info for you. After I got started working, and after I got over the initial shock of the just disgusting, miserable people, I'm talking about expats that live here, I made a decision to move forward, to look forward and not go backwards. And thus far, I'm doing a pretty good job of keeping that. No matter what happens, I can always teach in another country. If something happens here and I have to go, it's no problem. I have a year's teaching under my belt, bachelor's degree, certificate, no issue. Vietnam, here I come. From what I hear, they pay better anyway, so it's not a big deal. I can always shoot content for YouTube anywhere in the world, and this channel has really done much more than I expected it to ever do. So everything from this point forward is just a blessing. And I appreciate you guys very, very much that tune into my content and watch it and appreciate it. I developed some of the best relationships I've ever had in my life with people here in Thailand. And those relationships have not been with women, believe it or not with girls that I date, I should say. Those relationships have been with females that are my friends. Those relationships have been with just a few expats. But mostly they've been with the Thai people and the people that I work with and work for. The people that I work for are great people. They really are. They believe in me and I believe in them. And I'm very grateful for them. I absolutely love Thailand and Southeast Asia, and I'll tell you why. I find the culture and the opportunities just fascinating and abundant here. The culture is fascinating and the opportunities are abundant. They say you can't, you move here and you can't do anything, you can't work, you can't do this, you can't do that. That's nonsense. You certainly can do all of that stuff. You just have to know what you're doing, how to do it, and how to do it legally. That's the key, is how to do it legally. The Thais are some of the most respectable people I have ever met in my life. They really are. Everything is sabai, which means easy. They don't sweat things. There's not a lot of stress here. It's just a good environment to relax in. It really is. What I would like for you to do, and the message that I would like for you to take away from this video, is take a chance on Thailand. Take a chance on Thailand and DoMoreLife. Take a chance on Vietnam or the Philippines or anywhere you can find in Southeast Asia, or anywhere in the world for that matter. But I want you to do more life. I want you to get out of your comfort zone. I want you to do things that you normally wouldn't do and wouldn't even think about doing because you're scared. And because you feel like you're inferior and you feel like you can never accomplish those things. Well, I'm here to tell you, as a person who failed many times in life, I was a person that had absolutely no kind of success going for me in any way, form, or fashion at all. My family had written me off. My friends had written me off. I was pretty much done for, to be honest with you guys. And I remember what that feels like. And because I remember what that feels like, I don't ever want to feel that way again. And that is my motivation, and that is what made me take a chance on Thailand. So whatever you do today, guys, make a little micro goal. Set a little goal to do something different that'll get you outside of your comfort zone. Because nothing will ever grow inside a comfort zone, I can assure you. Whatever you do today, guys, take a chance on Thailand, DoMoreLife. Love you, and I'll see you on the next one.